Down in the gutter, won't admit defeat, though his clothes are soiled and black.
So, what's up, my peeps? MatrixNative here. Today's video, on your feet, operators. Another build for ya. So let's delve into the comments and see how we came about this build. Also, wanted to remind everybody that I'm going to start doing a weekly video on all my comments. You guys have been leaving some badass comments, and I just want to say, appreciate you, man. So let's get with it. Fluffy Bunny Leg. Love this. Thanks, Fluffy. I remember the Republican Guard surrendered in droves in our holding camp. We pounded them in submission in Desert Storm. Republican Guard were supposed to be the elite soldiers of Iraq at the time, and they folded like cheap motherfucking suits. I'm sure they have come a long way since we invaded and started training them. Outstanding comment. I actually started talking about the Republican Guard on the original dev of the ISOF video. I cut out the footage because I really got into a rant about how concerned we were about the nerve agent we were about to encounter, as well as the elite Republican Guard, more specifically having to sleep in the NBC suits, nuclear, biological, chemical, and having the M8A1 and the Mike 22 NBC detectors would go off every 10 flipping minutes at our FOP, forward observation post or point. And you would have to go back into full Mop 4, and that's gloves, the rubber booties, gas masks, the charcoal, just everything. And it was a real pain in the ass. So with that being said, I feel you on that, Chillin' 504. Trust me on that. Same blood, same mud. Let's go. Dorian James. Great stuff as usual. I'd like to put in a vote to build for the guys of OP Restrepo. So with that being said, excellent suggestion. That's why I love your comments, guys, because I would have really probably never thought of this, and this is such an awesome build because if you follow me, you know that my father actually was a Sky Soldier with the 173rd. So with that being said, this is for Dorian, this is for my peeps, but most of all, this is for my dad upstairs. Let's go. Love you, Pops. So let's get on with a very short history, and then let's get the fuck down range. Let's go. So basically, OP Restrepo was actually named after Army Private First Class Juan Sebastian Doc Restrepo, who unfortunately passed away, gave his life for his country on July 22nd, 2007. Restrepo was basically killed in the Korengal Valley, Afghanistan, of neck wounds suffered when insurgents attacked his unit using small arms fire. He was immortalized in the Academy Award-nominated documentary, Restrepo. Now, more about Restrepo is basically a documentary film in 2010. Since then, they have done another documentary-style movie, and that would be called Korengal. And that is basically also known as the Valley of Death. And that came out in March 2014. So if you haven't seen any of these two documentaries, you definitely need to check them out. You definitely need to if you're going to be in the infantry or cavalry or really any combat arms deployed to the front line. There's also a book that I'd recommend, and it's also a documentary, 16 Days in Afghanistan. So, my peeps, I put some links below. Obviously, you can find them on Netflix, YouTube. Just look around. If you haven't seen them, you definitely need to see them. And this build goes out to everyone who served at OP Restrepo. Let's go. 173rd Sky Soldiers. This is for you. This is for OP Restrepo. Let's get down range.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more.
All right, operators, take a seat. Go ahead, select your back button. Go into loadout, of course. Double tap the Y. We're going to go straight into the head. Facial hair, none. Going to be sporting the Warhawk today. Hair color brown. Facial detail burn. Of course, all that is optional. However, can't fall out looking like a hippie. Let's go. Body details, facial paint. Now, again, this is, let me remind you, this is basically what you would be wearing around the OP, the observation post, observation point. So this is not really the operational camouflage, roger that. So we'll go ahead. You can wear no camo, or you can go ahead and equip the eye black if you wish. Right arm, optional. I'm going with the Santa Maria. Left arm, going with the Battlefield Cross. I believe that it is appropriate for this build. I was gonna go with the Ranger and just basically role play like, you know, it was basically a paratrooper. Basically would be a maroon beret. However, I just don't like that look in short sleeves. Again, not real. I love that they made a Ranger tattoo. Don't get me wrong. You know, I love it that they did it. However, I just I think it looks a little bit cheesy. That's just my opinion. I sort of just like, you know, just a plain tattoo type thing. Okay, so go with the Battlefield Cross. Again, you could just about go with anything. All this is optional. Clothes. Tops, we're going to go with the t-shirt, and we're going to be putting that in the 1536 sandstone. Again, staying with basically, we're just at the OP. We are not on patrol. And if the shit happens and we see the enemy advance, you know, we're probably going to try to throw on our kit. If not, we're just going to run out in bare feet if we have to. However, vest. What we're going to do with the vest, my peeps. Now, since this is for Private First Class Restrepo, then we're going to go ahead. Since he was a medic, we're going to go ahead and equip the IBA, which means that we have to put the LMG as our primary. If you're going to carry the M4, you'll understand once we go into the weapon loadout. If you're going to carry the M4 as your primary, then again, M4 as primary, you will go ahead and switch to the 511 plate carrier. However, since I'm going to be sticking with the medic theme because that's what our boy Trooper Restrepo was, a medic, I'm going to go ahead and honor him with wearing the medic patch. So again, equip the LMG. If you're going to equip the M4 as your primary, go ahead and put the plate carrier on. And we will be equipping either of those in the 1334. Let's go. Pants, of course, Cry Combat, go ahead and put those in the 1834. We're going to go with the multicam, obviously, multicam drib because it has more of that desert camo to it. And yeah, speaking of that, this is kind of funny to me. I don't know who it was that tweeted me this. However, if it was you, you can go ahead and listen to the comment, but it was over Twitter, and they basically were telling me about America's Army and how they were actually wearing the OCP Scorpion Whiskey 2. Hint, hint. Where have you heard that before? So my peeps, I do know a little bit what I'm talking about here. So again, if you're going to be operational, if you're going to be deployed now, you'll be wearing the OCP Whiskey 2. But since they don't have that, since they didn't see fit to patch that in on this last patch, we'll go ahead and wear the 1834 as stated. Footwear, we're going to be hitting the hiking boots, putting those in the black. Ghillie suit, obviously. I know you were going to say it. None. Obviously none. Accessories, let's go. We're going to go straight with the Oakley SI straight jackets. Definitely 100%. That is what we're wearing. Of course, everything is optional when it comes to your sunglasses if I see you on the battlefield. So let's go. We're going to be, again, equipping the Oakley SI straight jackets. Let's go. Face wear, we're going to be going with none. Headwear, we're going with the carbon cut helmet. Now, here's the thing. We're going to put this in multicam Adrit. However, I'm giving you like 4 options. Again, if you had time, you'd probably grab your brain bucket on the way to the bunker or the sandbags. But you know, if you don't have time to grab the brain bucket, basically what you're going to be doing is, you know, you might be sitting around bullshitting with the boys. You might have your baseball cap on, so go ahead and equip that, and you could put that in the 1333. Then, you know, you never know, you might be on guard duty or watch, and you might actually want to switch into your polar fleece. However, However, you're going to be putting those in the sandstone. Really, the Army, we'd wear more of a watch cap, so you'd equip that in the sandstone. But again, the fleece beanie, watch cap, baseball hat, forward bill, or even, that's right, the military beret, one each, maroon in color, airborne all the way. Headsets, we're going to be going with the earpiece. Obviously, you're not going to actually have a headset on. As you see, we have our comms radio strapped on our kit here on our LCE, so that's squared away. So just go with the earpiece and go ahead and put that in the black. Handwear, first build ever. We have history today. We're going to be wearing no handwear, but I can almost guarantee you on mission, I will probably put on the Oakley pilots and put them in the 5.5. Alice packs, rucksacks, backpacks, whatever you want to call it, you're just going to be equipping the camel pack. I actually wish that you had the option to equip nothing. I just can't believe that's not an option. Anyways, go ahead, put that in the 1333. Patches, my peeps. So what we're going to do, operators, we're going to go ahead and put on the subdued United States, oh glory herself, America. That's what we're going to be putting on when I get on mission. Obviously, I will change into my unit patch, the Romeo 9, and, you know, go ahead, equip your country's flag, that's fine, but let's remember that this build is for the 173rd Sky Soldiers as well as Restrepo. So let's go, United States, America, God damn it. So with that being said, go ahead, throw whatever flag or whatever patch you would like. All right, operators, let's get on with the weapons. Okay, so weapons, getting on with the weapon kit here. Now, you know what, guys? Here's the thing. The primary, as stated, I'm going to be carrying the MK48 with the IBA specifically, so that I am able to procure the medic patch in honor of PFC Restrepo. So, with that being said, if you're going to equip the N4, make sure that you put your plate carrier on. Okay, let's go. So, as stated, our primary will be the MK48. We'll go into paint presets. We're going to go ahead and equip this in the black. Parts, stock, bud stock, obviously. Go ahead, equip that in the black. Scope. Again, peeps, with this, I'm really upset that we don't have the option of putting on an ACOG. However, I'm going to go ahead and keep it real with the EXPS3. However, if you want to throw the panoramic, micro T, whichever, even if you want to run stock, I was doing that one night, and it actually, using the iron sights, it was actually pretty fun. Again, I don't think I do have a couple of builds with iron sights. However, for this build, we'll be going with the 2.2. Go ahead and equip that in the gray. We're going to go ahead and go with the EXPS3 and equip that in the 2.2. Trigger, full auto, obviously. Magazine, of course, we're going to be equipping the extended 200 round box, and we'll be putting that in the 1.2 black. Under barrel, we're going with the foregrip V4 this time around. I think it offers exactly what we're looking for, and that is handling. So go ahead and put that in the 1.2. Rail, keep it clean. A rail cover in the gray. Barrel, of course, we're going to go ahead and put this in the long barrel in case we want to do a little, you know, get a shot out, say 400, 500, 1,000 meters with this bad boy. Again, I wish we had the ACOG. Anyways, long barrel. Equip that in the 1.2 black. If you go to the standard barrel, how much accuracy and the range, really the range, you just lose a butt ton of range. So, with that being said, let's go with the long barrel. I'm sorry if I'm not sounding my usual self. I went down to the VA about 2 days ago, and they put me on some new meds, and to be honest, I'm just not liking them, and I just feel like I'm not as sharp and quick-witted in the mind. However, they say that will pass with time. That's what she said. So, muzzle, no, we are not going to have a suppressor on our primary or our secondary in this build. They wouldn't have it. They wouldn't be wearing or carrying, suppressed weapons, so why would we? We wouldn't, to stay true to the build. So go ahead, put the Victor 2 on it and equip that in the gray. And there you have it. That's what we'll be carrying for the medic loadout. To get the medic patch, we'll be carrying the MK48. Secondary with the MK48, we'll be putting the MK14. We'll go ahead and sling that, or you could, in fact, go ahead and sling your M4. With this build today, I am actually going to be carrying the MK14, but I'm not hating you if you want to carry the SR25 for the DMR. However, we're going to go ahead, equip the 14, and go ahead, go into paint presets. We're going to go ahead and equip it in the black. Parts, run it down real quick. We're going with the folded butt stock, and we'll be putting that in the 1-2. Scope, we're going to go ahead and equip the T5XI. However, I'm not hating you. Really, this is just personal preference. You know, it really is. We will go ahead. I love this scope. It's one of the, probably the most high power scope in the game. And since I've got already carrying the MK48, then why wouldn't I? I'll go ahead and throw the tactical scope on, but I'm not hating you. Whatever scope you want to equip, 1-2 black. Trigger, full auto semi. I'm sorry, I'm hitting puberty. Full auto semi. Magazine, we're going with the extended 21-2 black. Under barrel, foregrip at V4. Basically, I'm really enjoying the handling with the foregrip V4 this round. So let's go. We're going to do it and put that in the 1-2 black. Rail, go ahead and put the rangefinder on this bad boy and equip that in the 2-2. Barrel, again, we're going to go ahead and equip the long barrel for the range and accuracy. Put that in the 1-2 black. Muzzle, as stated, no compensators, or correction, no suppressor. So we're going to go ahead, equip the Victor 2 and put that in the 2-2 gray. And that is going to be our sniper slash DMR. However, as stated, you can go ahead and equip the SR25 as well. You are authorized to carry either or in the DMR slash sniper rifle. Now, if you're going to carry the M4A1 as your primary, let's go ahead and load that bad boy out, then I would suggest either the DMR or the LMG as your secondary, and don't forget to switch into your tack plate. So let's go ahead and get the loadout going here. Paints, you're going to go ahead and equip this in the gray. If you don't have the gray, then go ahead and equip it in the black, and go ahead and take the camo scheme off either LMG or your DMR and equip it that way. But if you have the gray, go ahead and equip the gray. Parts, we're going to go ahead, stock buttstock, put it in the 2-3. Scope, going with the ACOG today. Again, personal preference, 2-3 black. Trigger, full auto semi. Magazine, no extended. You can honestly throw the extended on once you get in game and on mission, but to stay true to this build, go ahead, equip the 30 and put that in the black. Under barrel, of course, 203, put that in the black as well. Rail, we're going to keep it clean, and we're just going to go ahead and throw the rail cover on there in the 1-3 gray. Barrel, standard barrel today with the M4, and you'll be putting that in the 3-3 light gray. And again, as stated, no suppressors on anything. You will carry it on your pistol. However, on your long rifles and your rifles, just go ahead and equip the compensator Victor 2. And obviously, 2-3 black. If you don't have it unlocked, you need to just stop right now, put the video on pause, and go unlock the compensator Victor 2. We use it on just about every single build. So, with that being said, 2-3 black. And there you have it. Let freedom ring. The M4 Colt. Man, I just can't say enough about this weapon. Okay, handguns. Let's just get right into it real quick. You're going to be carrying the M9. We'll go ahead and break it down. Paint presets real quick. Go ahead and throw it in the blue-gray. If you don't got the blue-gray, put it in black. Parts, parting it out. Magazine 15. I'm not hating you if you want to carry the 25, but there's just really no reason for it except to make your freaking weapon look retarded. So go ahead and put that in the 15.25 black. Rail, gonna keep it clean and smooth, that's what she said, and put that in the 2.5 black. Barrel, standard barrel today, blue gray, or gray if you're going with the black. And again, suppressor, make sure it's in black. Equip the stock muzzle in the 2.5. And that will be our sidearm on the hip, a little Roscoe action. And everything else is pretty much personal. I carry the medic drone, frag grenade, and diversion lure. I do pop the flare sometimes. Someone, I can't recall the comment right now, but someone actually said that you actually see the flare if certain events happen. So yeah, okay, whatever. You know, lately I have not been seeing the flare of any of my freaking teammates, and it's pretty annoying. So, okay, my peeps, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Just a few reminders. Don't forget that if you're going to equip the M4, make sure that you have your plate carrier on. If you want to honor PFC, the medic Restrepo, and you want that medic badge, just go ahead and make your MK48 your primary and put on your IBA. And with that being said, if you haven't subscribed and you're new around here, please go ahead and subscribe. It certainly helped the channel out, and I would certainly appreciate it. Don't forget to go ahead, follow me on Twitter if you would like. I'll put out some pretty interesting content sometimes, and that's how the absolute best way to get in touch with me if you need something. So I hope today was amazing for you. I hope tomorrow's amazing for you. I hope yesterday was amazing for you, and you know what to do. Go ahead, snipe the like, snipe the sub, cause my peeps, that's how we roll.
I'm headed for the crown, y'all. Call me whack, call me weak, say never blow. Memphis bleak, they know like the radio that Henderson was meant to speak. I'm on these tracks, just like Thomas. I'm into just being honest. Y'all a bunch of Martin and Anthony's, yeah, that's three Madonnas. Wayne Brady, they know the deal. Henderson just showing skill. Way that I just go at will. You can call me Uncle Phil. You working, but I work hard. Until the day I'm Mr. Carter. My girl is a mix between Mrs. Lauder and Mrs. Carter. And I'll never dumb it down. I guess what I just spit is smarter. I'm a master of my trade. No, I won't forget the border. You know I won't forget it. And when it comes to life, you know I won't regret it. Yeah, I'll say that shit simple and plain. If you thinking I'ma change, well, you must be insane, motherfucker.
Frag out, get some.
I'm still me, I'm still Henny. I've been feeling like the one, and you just one of many. I'm still me, I'm still Henny, and I'm feeling like the one, and you just one of many. Jigga had that hard knock life, 50 getting rich or die. Headed to that B-side records, looking for some shit to buy. Had that Eminem when Nelly spoke that country grammar. Dre Chronic 2001, well that shit hit like a hammer. Had that Kanye West right around when he dropped out. First fabulous, that's when Luda popped out. Southern hospitality, that